Hey, what's up YouTube? This is We All Juggle Knives and you are at Multitool Monday. What is this? This is my collection of Boker tech tools. All except for that last one. That is not a Boker. Yeah, check it out. This is one of the thicker multifunction tools, and who makes this? Well, I will show you. These guys. Now, I've been watching reviews and most reviewers are saying Ruike. But a few reviewers said Ruike. Alright, so pick your poison there. But these guys make this. And I guess their motto is ready to make it. We've all known a girl like that. Now I actually contacted this company and I asked them who the original manufacturer is for this. And they said that they are. And then I asked them, well, who makes the Boker tech tools? And they said it's the same manufacturer. That's a quote. Now this company is actually owned, or at least it's related to Phoenix, the famous flashlight company. Alright, and you can actually buy these at the Phoenix website. Now they make these folding knives too, and fixed blades. This just came with the knife. This literature here. And they make numerous models of these multifunction knives, many of which are not the same configuration as the Bokers. So they have some knives that, you know, even if you wanted the Boker branded one, you couldn't get it in some of these configurations. Alright, so where does that knife fit in? Well, as you can see, that knife right there, it's got a tool set similar to the Victorinox Deluxe Tinker, correct? And then that one is the same thing, but they've added a wood saw. Right, and then the first knife there just has a blade and a glass breaker. And the second knife just has, its main long tools are the scissors and the blade. Right, so I was very excited to get this new knife because it's kind of like the next logical progression. Right, it's kind of like that, but it has a metal file. So this is actually similar to a Victorinox Craftsman. Now that knife right there is my Victorinox Craftsman, and as you can see, the 5 major long tools on both of these, you get the same 5 tools. A very useful tool set. Yeah, this is a very comprehensive tool set because it has all the long tools that you would need, except it does not have a fully serrated blade, but it has a shorter serrated blade, so you still got some serrations, but overall that's a pretty cool tool set. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to include links for all of these for your convenience, so you don't have to be like, wait, which one was that? Which one was that? It's all going to be in the text description box if you want that Victorinox or these other ones. The info is all going to be right there. Now, just for the record, let's go through every tool quickly. You got the scissors, you've got the metal file with a nail cleaner, you've got mini pliers, a wood saw, you've got the plain edge blade. For smaller tools, you have a bottle opener with a screwdriver and a fully serrated blade with a screwdriver there. Now on the back they have the corkscrew, and on the website they call this the drill, and they also call it the reamer with sewing hole. I think they meant awl, but you can use an awl as a reamer, so whatever, the drill. Now this also has a pocket clip. It has a lanyard hole that folds out, or folds in. And it's got what they call their tungsten steel glass breaker. And this also has tweezers in the handle scale. And that handle scale is G10, by the way. There are the tweezers. Alright, you might be thinking, what on earth are you planning to do to that knife with that stuff? So let's test out the pliers. You may remember the mini pliers on this. This is that handweight tool I reviewed. If you remember, I had bent the mini pliers on this. I'm going to do the exact same task that these failed at with those pliers, and we will see. Basically, this utility knife, it has these snap-off blades. When one gets dull, you just snap it off. And they're pre-cut a little bit, but it still takes a bit of force to snap them. So we're going to see if these pliers can actually do that. Those failed. Those actually bent when I tried to do that. Alright, YouTube, here we go. I gotta be careful because my camera's right there. And there you go. They succeeded and they are not bent. That is good to know. And now for the scissors. Like, paper is too easy, so we're going to try this cardboard. A lot thicker. Hold on. I'll do it this way. How's it doing? Yes, it does cut it. Alright, I doubled it up. Let's try and challenge it here. Can it get through 2 layers? Kind of, I mean. Alright, so I think this is best used for 1 layer of cardboard. I mean, 1 layer, no problem. Now about this saw, this is actually a really good saw. Like, since I've started whittling and wood carving, I've been using little saws a lot more, and I'm a lot better at assessing a saw. This saw works well. I've already tested it out. Hold on. On my my very weathered wood of saw testing. And you see that? That took maybe 20 seconds. And the saw was really aggressive. I mean, that saw worked well. I can vouch for that saw. It's at least as good as the Victorinox saw. Alright, let's see how these serrations work. Oh, they work really well on paracord. Alright, 2 layers of paracord. There you go. Alright, so those are pretty sharp, I mean, as far as cutting cordage. But about this tool, you have to be careful when using the screwdriver. Right, because this doesn't lock. So if you apply a lot of force, I mean, you could easily cut yourself, and I've already seen reports of that happening to people, so I don't really like the screwdriver at the end of this diagonal non-locking implement. And now this blade, as you can see, it's full flat ground, it is stone washed. Now this is 12C27 Sandvik Swedish stainless steel. Alright, so how sharp is this blade? First of all, it's a little awkward because you see how thick the handle is. It just doesn't feel the same as, you know, when I'm cutting with a regular folder, but wow, that is quite sharp. They've done an excellent job with that blade. And here's a close-up of that edge for you. Yeah, they did a really good job on that. And the blade length on this is 2.8 inches by my measure. And I might as well do something with this file. Here is a throwing knife. Now I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's definitely a burr. I can feel it. There's a big burr right there. And the file did get rid of that burr pretty easily. I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell just by touch. So in terms of just basic quality, the mini pliers I like. They were definitely better than the Handways mini pliers. The wood saw is excellent, like I said, works just as well as my Victorinox wood saws. The scissors, they'll easily cut paper. They can cut some cardboard, but you're going to have trouble if the cardboard is like 2 layers or thicker. The file, well, you know, throwing knife steel is pretty soft, but that's what I use files for. I use them to repair throwing knives. It'd be very useful for plastic, for models, for like PVC, stuff like that, so the file is useful. As far as the knife, that is one huge plus of this tool. That knife is very high quality. Now the steel, I actually like that steel better than the steel Victorinox uses. So what do I think of this tool set overall? It's a very complete tool set. It's like what you would call the toolbox approach. Now it does not have a can opener. I don't know if that's a huge deal to people or not. It's not really a big deal to me. The corkscrew is a little questionable. A lot of people just feel that that's not useful to them. Yeah, I understand that, but they're selling this all over the world, including there's a lot of countries where they drink wine with their meals as just a regular cultural thing, so I guess for those countries, they like the corkscrew. It could use a few more screwdrivers. I mean, it only has the screwdriver on the bottle opener, and then it has the questionable screwdriver on the diagonal cutter. So I guess if it's missing anything, I would just say a few more sizes of screwdrivers. I think if you enjoy Swiss Army knives, you'll definitely like this. I mean, this is one of the few multifunction knives that actually can hold its own quality-wise against Swiss-made, Victorinox knives. What would I use this for? There's some times where you would want to carry a multi-tool, but you don't really think you're going to need the pliers. Yeah, so I would carry this in situations where maybe I want to carry a multi-tool, but I don't really think I'm going to need the full-size pliers. And so I think I can get away with carrying something that's just more compact and easier to carry than a conventional multi-tool. I think that's where this fits in. It's also just useful to keep like at a desk. Just keep it at a desk for little tasks. Also keep in mind, not only is it a lot more compact than a regular multi-tool, but you can easily replace your folding knife with this. Because that Sandvik blade, I mean, it's just as good as if you carried like a separate small folder. So if you carry this, you don't really have to carry a small folder too. Alright YouTube, well I hope you enjoyed this installment of Multi-Tool Monday. Please check out the links in the text box. They do help support the channel and keep Multi-Tool Monday rolling. This has been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.